What's up, guys? Welcome back to AC Designs Garage, and today I'm going to show you the exhaust that Dad and I built kind of undercover because we didn't know what we was doing. This is our first exhaust system, and I want to run you through it and show you how we done, what we done, and we built this for under 400 bucks, guys. Full mandrel bent, 2.5-inch exhaust, V-band clamps, super rad. So we'll get this spun around, and I'm going to show you what we did. Alright guys, we're going to start up here at the front of the chassis and stuff. Now the 400 did not include these. I've done a video on these if you check back a few videos ago where we made this fit. We had to kind of, I guess, C-notch the motor mounts on these early C10s. But not counting these, I think this tubing kit we got from Speedway Motors, it come with a bunch of 90s and U-bends and all that stuff, straight length. It even came with these chambered mufflers here. They're kind of like a 2-chamber Flowmaster. That's what we're running on Dad's 32. I'd show it to you, but it's kind of in its cocoon. So yeah, this is a mandrel bent 2.5-inch exhaust system. We got 4 V-band clamps on here. I love these things, guys. You just take this thing apart and they'll come apart so easy. So we done it in 3 sections. You got this section, so if we're going to pull the engine out, we can pop these 2 V-band clamps off. This stays with it. Or if we need to do anything here, you can see as how it runs through here, and this one ends to here, so we can drop our mufflers and take it out and change it. This makes line up, they don't leak. The only thing I hadn't finished yet is these are the exhaust hangers Dad come up with. Now these are really cool. These are some rubber ones I got off of Amazon, little isolators. These are cool, but what they're going to do is we're going to come in here and let me get this straightened out. It's going to weld to the chassis. And then it's basically going to look like that. Of course, we're not going to run an 8-foot long bolt, but we'll have a nice button head or something. But that's a pretty clean looking hanger. I think it's going to work out good. Daddy come up with these, so we're going to have 4 of these. We're going to have 2 up here kind of in the middle. Of course, it supports up here, and we made basically one just like it for the rear, and it'll go weld to the frame. And of course, this tab here will weld to the muffler, and then it unbolt and you can drop it out. But we may put some speed holes in these things too. But pretty cool design. Daddy did a good job on that. I will say this exhaust was not as hard as I thought it was, except for this little jig thing we had going on here. It only comes up like, it changes the elevation of like 1.5 inches. So basically what I had to do right in here is just do a couple saws and bend it up. There's a lot of welding in it. So we just took a straight piece and basically chop about 1/8 inch apart, bend it up, weld them up, and then did the underside and bent it back down to get it, because I couldn't find a bend in the box. You know, it comes with all these different bends that would work good for that. Of course, I'm untrained in it, but I think it worked out pretty good. We had to do this on the same right here where it just jogs up. We tried to mirror everything, but I think these V-band clamps, I'm thinking, don't quote me on them, but I'm thinking these V-band clamps, they're stainless 2.5, really nice. I think they're 42 bucks or something on Amazon. I can't remember. I'll link them in my affiliate account stuff. Also, I built this, I think, a pretty cool cross member. It's just out of some 1.5 inch by 3 120 wall square tubing, and I just made my little thingy down here. I don't know if you can see it, where the transmission mounts. I'll try to insert a picture here of this piece here. I just took a piece of flat plate and cut it, bent it up, welded it. But you guys know how to do all that stuff. But here we did the same thing. We just had to make a little jog to where it comes out. Just try to keep it away from the oil filter to where we can get to it, and of course the Z-bar and stuff will go in here. But after that, it wasn't really that bad with that kit. Like I said, this here was just a regular old bend. We just took it and cut it and TIG welded everything to the flanges, ran it straight through, cut our holes through. The whole main objective of this exhaust here, guys, is to get it tucked up as tight as we possibly can under this truck, because this thing, I've said it before, and it's going to have it whether I have to cut these springs all to pieces. It's going to have a 4-inch ride height underneath the front cross member. Now, I'll get you spun around here and you can see it, but this truck has a 2-inch pancake cross member. Done a video on that. I'll link it somewhere up here. And it's got 1 coil cut out of the coils and 2-inch drop springs in the front. And it sits right now, no cab, no bed. When it's on the ground, it's on casters now. On the ground, it sits about 6 inches off the ground. So she's gonna be down there. So we wanted nothing, I mean absolutely nothing hanging below the chassis. So I'm gonna get down here and show you now. There is nothing except for the trailing arms hanging below this chassis. I'll get you down here if I can. But if you look under this thing, everything, you can put a straight edge under this thing. No exhaust hangs down, no engine, no nothing, nada. She's gonna be built to drag the ground. But that, I will say, guys, this is a lot of work to do this 2-inch pancake, but it's worth it. And the way to tell if you're looking at a truck show and you want to know if it's been pancaked, these stick up above the frame, because normally these are actually down here. Yeah, that 2-inch pancake, I've got another cross member. I'm gonna go ahead and do me one to put on the shelf, but maybe you can see this little tab better on this side. But you can see here where I made it. Y'all can crawl up under here with me. There we go, you can see it better. It looks kind of like the little factory ones do, but that's just made out of some 1/4-inch plate, hand cut, no cool plasma tables because I don't have one, and a piece of straight tubing. Like I said, we're gonna put button heads in these under here so they don't hang below. But we're basically building this truck just to drive as low as we can. I want this truck to look undrivable low, and I think we're achieving that pretty good. Like I said, tuck the exhaust up through the cross member. We got to do a little filleting right here. We're gonna cut this little lip off just so it's not hanging down. But yeah, this one's not attached. That's why it's crookified here. It's not attached, it's just sitting there. We got the same type hangers here, but right there's where the exhaust is gonna dump out. Now don't ask me what these coils are out of. I have no clue. They're smaller than the factory coils. Buddy of mine bought them at the auto fair for something and didn't use them, but they're pretty tiny. They tuck in there well. I'm pretty stoked on how this exhaust look, guys. It's tucked in there nice. I'm gonna probably Cerakote the manifolds. Do you guys think I was gonna do them like a titanium? Basically gonna be about the same color it is. You think I'd just go on back with the Cerakote on the pipes, or should I just black VHT them, make them hide? What do you guys think? Drop down in the comments. Another one of my pet peeves is, I'm weird about this, but I cannot stand to look from the side of a vehicle and see the exhaust hanging down. And of course, well, I got you welding tables in the way. Of course, no exhaust. Check that out. She's gonna be slick looking from the side, what you can see. But yeah, it's a pet peeve of mine. You see like a super cool truck and stuff, and you look from the side and you got this exhaust hanging down. I admit it does take a lot of work to get it tucked up in there, but man, I think she's pretty rad looking. But yeah, I'll go back here and show you the last bit of fabrication we have to do, and I may do a video on that if you want to see it. I'm going to make the panhard bar for it. We're going to do like probably 1 1/4 inch, but I want to, you know, the factory one, you can still see the mount here. The factory one just runs weird angle, and I don't understand that, because as it travels up and down, it's going to get this weird arc motion. So to make it look a little better, I'm just going to run it, you know, parallel with it. I want a long one, probably 1 1/4 inch, probably 120 wall. I don't think we need anything heavier than that. We're going to put some adjustment, but I'll probably go through there and show you how to make the brackets. Like I said, all this stuff here we've cut out with the portaband or a cut-off wheel and just ground it down. I mean, there's no plasma cut, nothing, which would be rad to have, but I just don't. I know you guys don't, so I know y'all would probably like to see that type stuff. But panhard bar, make some cool little shock mounts, because we're going to run the factory. I took them off because we was going to run the exhaust over it, and we wasn't going to have room to come over here. But now that we're ducking it out right there, I'm probably going to go back into stock location on the shocks, but we may fab up some little trick looking ones or something in case you guys want to do it. Maybe help you out on that. That's about it, guys. I mean, the shocks, the panhard bar, and weld on Daddy's exhaust hangers, that's about it. I will have to say so. For our first one, I think it turned out pretty daggone good. She's tucked up in there tighter than bark on a tree. That's for sure. All right, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Sorry it wasn't no big major build or a TIG welding video or anything like that, but I got some kind of weird eye thing, infection thing going on, and I can't weld. It hurts. It hurts really bad. So I figured I'd just give you a walk around, and we're proud of this. It turned out pretty good. Is it perfect? Nah, probably ain't, but I'm tickled with it. I think it's gonna work great. So yeah, drop down in the comments what you guys think we should do on coating wise, or if you've used other coatings that you thought worked pretty good. And my eye's killing me. But if you use coatings that work really good for you, let me know. I may use it on here. And I also have a little announcement, and I like to leave these to the end because you guys are the core guys. Y'all are the ones in the shop with me. We just got our merch in, and that stuff is super rad. I'm gonna show it to you probably next week. It turned out really good. But the only thing is, guys, we've got a very limited number of these. I think there's 100 shirts, but I gotta get 5 of them to work in so you guys can see me actually wear them. But I think we'll say there's 95 shirts. That's all they are. They'll probably go pretty quick, but I just want to let you know I'm going to be posting them up next week. So make sure you check them out. I'm going to post them up probably on my Instagram at AC Designs Garage on there, and y'all can check them out. You're going to want them. These are one of a kind. Ain't nobody else got them, so check them out. But thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff. And remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We gone.